We say we trust the Lord, but are we acting out of trust, or are we acting as if we really trust him? In Genesis 16, the Bible says that Sarai, Abram's wife, before they were given the names of Abraham and Sarah, she told Abram to go ahead and make love to her slave, her servant. Sarah doing this because she was in disbelief about her being able to bring forth life through her womb, because she was then an old lady. She had never been pregnant, and she didn't think that she was going to have a baby. But the Lord had promised Abram in the previous chapter that he would give him descendants, referring to Genesis 15:5. But hear this. Sarah said, "The Lord hath restrained me from bearing." She didn't have any belief that the Lord was going to allow that promise to be brought to fruition through her and Abram. So she went ahead and took her slave, Hagar, and gave her to her husband and said, "Here, have her." And Abram married Hagar, had sex with her, and she bore a child. She got pregnant. Once she got pregnant, she started to hate Sarah. Why? Why did she start to hate Sarah? I'm not sure. But the Bible says that Sarah then went to Abram and said, "Now that I gave that hussy to you, and she's pregnant, she's starting to hate me. So let God judge between you and me." Abraham said, "Listen, that's your slave. I'm not going to get in between it," basically. He said, "Do as you please with her, because I don't want to get in between this." So then Sarah started to treat Hagar horribly, and Hagar ran away. I say all of this to say that sometimes when God makes a promise, well, all the time when God makes a promise, we need to be careful that we are not jumping ahead of him. Because a lot of times we see things that are happening around us, and it makes us doubtful about God's promise. It makes us want to intervene and say, maybe God needs a little help. But trust me, he doesn't need help. He doesn't need your help. And the proof is that after Hagar ran away and came back after meeting the Lord, the promise that Abram received from the Lord was not laid upon Ishmael, Hagar's son. There was still a son that needed to be born from Sarah. And that was the son that the promise was upon. Be blessed.